Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm making one of my all-time favorite dishes, pernil, or Latin-style roast pork shoulder. It's juicy, flavorful, and has that perfect crispy crust on the outside. And the best part, I'm making it super easy by using store-bought mojo marinade that packs a ton of flavor without all the prep work. To get started, gather all of the ingredients. Find a link to my recipe with exact ingredient quantities and full directions in the description. Not many ingredients are required to make this pernil. I'm using a piece of bone-in pork shoulder that still has the outer layer of skin and fat. This is so important to make good pernil as it adds lots of flavor. But the best part is the skin gets all crispy and I like to chop it up into the pulled pork at the end. To me, it's not pernil if it doesn't include the crispy skin. But you can use boneless pork shoulder. It's just that most boneless pork shoulder cuts that I see at the grocery store have the skin and fat layer removed, so it's up to you. Wash the pork shoulder and then pat it dry with paper towels. Then use a sharp knife to make deep cuts across the fat cap to help the marinade soak in. Then flip it over and pierce holes into the meat. Put the pork shoulder with the skin side up into a deep container or aluminum foil pan. Now it's time to add the marinade. I'm using a store-bought mojo marinade, which makes this recipe even easier. You can make your own, but I honestly really like the store-bought ones. Pour the mojo marinade all over your pork shoulder. Make sure to get it into all of the cuts and crevices. Submerge the pork shoulder in it if you can. Then cover it up and put it in the fridge. Preferably marinate it for 24 hours, but if you don't have time, at least marinate it for 6 to 8 hours or overnight. The next day, set the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and roast covered with aluminum foil for about 3 to 6 hours. This all depends on the size of your pork shoulder. Every now and then, baste the pork with the pan juices to keep it moist. You want the meat to be super tender and falling apart. Then it's time to crisp up the skin. Uncover it and turn up the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Roast until the skin is golden and crispy. Let the pork rest for about 15 to 20 minutes before shredding. And that's it, an easy, flavor-packed pernil using a mojo marinade straight from the store. My family is from the Dominican Republic and we typically serve this dish during holidays or special family events, or for using during a weeknight dinner. This makes a lot of pulled pork and I like to use some of the leftovers to make barbecue pulled pork sandwiches. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more delicious recipes, and drop a comment if you've ever made pernil or plan to try this version. Enjoy!